I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo guys, Old Man G here back. Season's greetings, Merry Christmas and all that. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0 in what was ultimately quite an uneventful game. But I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. Let me get this off, man. I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I'll take it. We got the draw, done, finished, go home. It is what it is. We'll talk about the fraud that is Michael Oliver and the sending off. But before we get into it, remember, guys, if you are new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter and smash the notification button. We're also streaming to Instagram, actually, Instagram Live as well. So check our Instagram page as well. Really appreciate it. Streaming to followers as well. Yeah, guys. And big up. I see Stephanie in chat. Big up, Stephanie in chat. Hope you're doing well, Stephanie. And AD man, big you up as well, guys. You know, I don't want to say it was a snatch and grab. This post-match reaction was going to be very. Also, if you want to come onto stream, let me know. Shout out to Thomas, salute, man. I had a very different post-match reaction game today. You know, a lot about luck and where we are, etc., etc. But I'll be honest, guys. Van Dijk and Klopp got me riled up. Van Dijk and Klopp's comments got me riled up, guys. I don't know what to say. I got riled up because, like, I'm sorry. Quit moaning is what I'll say. Quit moaning. You had enough opportunities in this game to win the game, and you didn't. Okay, and it was good to see Roy Keane. If you watch Sky like in UK, cook Van Dijk and Klopp and put them back in their place. You have one league title in 35 years. Sit down. Okay, sit down. The disrespect. Because let's keep it a stat, guys. People thought the Liverpool were going to baptize us today. I'm not going to hear anything about this whole, oh, well, why didn't United play to win and blah, 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 blah. Listen, people thought United were going to baptize Liverpool today. Oh, what did Klopp say? What did Raz? Yeah, essentially what Van Dijk said was basically that only one team came up to win today, to play football. We dominated everything. We did everything we can. United should have done more. That was effectively what he said. At the end of the day, no one anticipated United getting anything aside from a baptism. And at the end of the day, that didn't happen. If anything, I'd argue United had more clear-cut chances, especially in the second half, than Liverpool did. Obviously, the Højlund chance, the Garnacho chance, etc. We had our chances. We did have our chances. But to criticize Manchester United for not wanting to go toe-to-toe Liverpool, when Liverpool have won every single of their home games this season, we came and they lost 2 points. At the end of the day, we're not where we are. We're not going to be trying for title this season. It is what it is. And I said this season, to be honest, the goal should be 5th. We need to get 5th place to get back into the CL. And now that we have no CL football, you focus in, week out on getting that, especially for injuries back. So I'll say this. I don't think we played particularly well, but I'll take a point at Anfield. To be honest, I can't even remember the last time we actually got points from Anfield. Generally, I mean, someone in the chat, if you guys are watching the chat, let me know. When was the last time Manchester United got points at Anfield? Because all I remember is, I know we beat Liverpool at home. I get that. But I mean, When was the last time Manchester United actually got points from Anfield? The last time we won must have been under Van Gaal, I think. Matter? But I can't remember the last time we actually got points. Like, when was the last time we actually got points at Anfield? I generally cannot remember. I can't remember. So someone let me know in the chat. 80 says, I think Jan 2021. Was that at Anfield? Was that at Anfield? Was it a draw? I wonder. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give credit where it's due. Big up the lads. I think I'll get the negatives out of the way first. McTominay should be a number 10. Awful. Made one or two good passes, but awful in that position. For anyone saying that, and I was like, oh, McTominay's going forward. Maybe he can play in that 10 role instead of Bruno. Nah, put Bruno back there. McTominay's passing that position. You have to be a decent passer of the ball. And McTominay's passing today was so bad. It was awful. It was awful. So McTominay shouldn't be playing that position ever again. Anyone, Bruno definitely over McTominay there. That's the first thing. The second thing is our attackers, man. I'm not saying, that should be what we're awful, but our attackers, man, we really need to do better, man. It's just in the Champions League, they're good, but in the Premier League, I don't know what's happening, man. It's just not working. It's really not. Whether that's a lack of creative players, creativity, which, what creative midfield players do we have? Eriksen, to be honest, is probably our only creative player. Eriksen is basically our only creative player, and we don't have him. So it is what it is. That's Eriksen first. I don't know. I don't know who else we have, to be honest. Yeah. So the attack, we got to pick up the defense today. I'll obviously say shout to Onana getting a clean sheet, big up. But at the end of the day, you got to pick up the defense. The defense is the reason why we come out with at least a point. Johnny Evans, 35-year-old, people saying, why is he started? I don't think Johnny Evans put a foot wrong today. I'll say it. Did Johnny Evans really put a foot wrong today? No, he didn't. Varane, big up Varane as well. Showing you why he should be starting, to be honest. I don't know where this beef is with Ten Hag and Varane. Varane had a good game today. Sure, fine. Dalot had a good game. And I must say, Michael Oliver is a fraud. Michael Oliver is a fraud. I don't understand how that is a red card. I don't get it. Someone in the chat let me know. Like 2 yellow cards for dissent apparently, but I don't get it. I generally don't get why that was. It was a disgrace, man. It was a disgrace. 2 yellow cards. One is fair enough, fine. Give me a look for dissent. Even and what made it worse. What made it worse is that he was right. It was our ball. So of course, last minute in the game, he's like, of course he's angry because he's like, that should be our throw-in. If we score from that, it's going to be a problem. So he's right to get angry. The fact that not only do they get the decision wrong, but that he books Dalot twice for dissent is a disgrace, and we should appeal it. We should appeal it. I'm sorry. That is an absolute disgrace of a decision, especially given the fact that fraud, Michael Oliver, didn't book any of the Liverpool players for dissent when they did, especially Nunes, I think, when he goes up to him. I personally think, I don't have any substantial, but I personally think that I think that he's being paid by Saudis. He goes to Saudis, he spends a lot of time there, Abu Dhabi, whatever. He goes there, gets his bread, comes back, and tries to make Manchester City win the league. That's basically Michael Oliver's OT. He's at one point I thought he was an up-and-coming good referee. Now he's a fraud. He's garbage. He's trash. I don't want to see him refereeing a game ever again. Awful. Before I get into the positive, let me read some of these comments, guys. Yep, like and subscribe, by the way, for those who are watching. Really appreciate it, guys. I know I've not been live. I've not done many shows. I've just been busy with life, man. I'm sorry, so it's very difficult running this channel by myself, and especially work and just sort of different things. Like it's tough. But when I try, especially post-match reactions, I'll try. I've got a good month off, hopefully, so I'll be able to get some good stuff down. So that'll be good. Mega says, yeah. So Rasmus says Rasmus and Garnacho could have won it. They could have. I mean, let's be fair. Liverpool had the chance as well. But yeah, they could have. They could have definitely. Liverpool really have 3 major trophies in the 2000s. Well, tell that to Van Dijk, Mega. It was because of the weather. AB says, I agree, though all thought Man United. Yeah, exactly. Everyone thought that Manchester United. So this is why, like, I have, like, it'd be a different story if, like, last season when we thought that we could cook them because we were coming into with good form. We got baptized. That's different. I'll take my L. This time, they were at home and they thought they were going to cook us. They thought they thought they were going to cook us. They thought they were going to cook us. They didn't cook us. And now Van Dijk and Klopp are mad because they dropped points against United at Anfield. Shout out to the boys today. I don't care. I know that United are in a bad place, but when it comes to Liverpool, I don't care. They can hold the L today at the end of the day. And and all I asked, to be honest, this season was that for this game was that United wouldn't be disgraced. We wouldn't be, and we didn't disgrace ourselves today. We didn't. We had opportunities. It is what it is. Yep. Big up Matthew Man in the chat as well. Big up AD. Rasmus saying mentioned McTominay was so wasteful. How many times he lost the position? Yeah, I know. How he wore the armband today, I've got no idea, Rasmus. I've got zero idea how that happened. I think it was a fluky goal of Rooney against them with LVG. Yes, it must have been LVG. But 80 says 2021. So I'm trying to think what happened in 2021. Yeah, it was the so during the virus season, we drew 0-0 at Anfield. Okay, that makes sense. That's why I probably couldn't remember it. BD, there was only one team exactly, so to win the game, but unfortunately it did not happen. We were superior in all aspects. They were hoping to hurt us on account of their buzz and their but yes, reading it back actually makes it worse. Reading this makes it worse. Oh, they were buzzing with a point. I mean, just get this fraud out, man. Get this fraud. Get this fraud. Van Dijk, you only have 1 Premier League title. Nah, get this fraud out, man. Everyone's saying this was exactly. Even United fans were saying it. You know, this is United's time. He's going to get sacked. Blah 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 blah. He's going to get sacked. You know, this is his time. It isn't going to happen. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen, guys. It didn't happen. That's what we can say. It didn't happen. I looked at 206 one goal smash and grab. Our last win against so that was the last win. Okay, Van Gaal, like I said, at with Van Gaal, I think probably. Here, Oliver wanted to be the headline, and he got what he wanted. Oh, Yassi wants me to send the link. Okay, I'll post the link in the chat for anyone who wants to come on. Obviously, also we're streaming on Instagram as well, by the way. So if you want to go over, and if you're not following me on Instagram, head over to my Instagram and give me a follow as well. It means a lot. So yeah, exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But so this whole thing that should be bookable. He didn't. All I ask is consistency. That's all anyone asks. All we ask is for consistency. That's it. Also, Don got a yellow card. He started clapping the assistant referee. All of a sudden, yeah, exactly. I see a Yassi. I'm going to bring you in a second. And 8-2 when we got a draw. Okay, fair enough. Right, let me bring Yassi in to give your thoughts on the game. Yassi, buddy man, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're okay. You're right. It's a little bit cracky, but it's so far so good. Go
on. Give me a second. I'll come back in and out, okay?
Okay, no worries, man. Okay, no worries. So yeah, it is what it is. Let me quickly. Okay, so yeah, but just over on the game, what I would say is, I'll come to play rates in a second, but what I'll say is, big up to Kobe Manu, man. We've got to have Manu as a starter. Like we can't go back to. I think Amrabat struggled today. I'll be real. I think Amrabat struggled today. I didn't think he had one of his best games. Manu, man, you got to start Manu. If Manu could have that performance against Liverpool away at Anfield, for me, he has to start on the midfield now. Like, for me personally, it should be Manu and Casemiro, and then you play Bruno there. That's what we have. Manu, Casemiro, and Bruno. That's our midfield going forward. We can't go back to Amrabat McTominay. That can't happen. You got to drop McTominay. Because as it stands now, McTominay without goals, I don't know what McTominay gives us. I really don't know what McTominay gives us. Let me bring Yasir back in. Let's have a look. Okay. Yep, you're back in, Yasir. You're back here, Yasir.
Yeah. How are you, man? How you been, man?
I'm good. Yeah.
Hey,
Yasir, I'll bring you in the chat once I've spoken to Yasir. Sorry, go on, Yasir. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, man. To be honest, I'm proud of the team, man. Listen. There's just perception is like the way you perceive things is just everyone has a different way of seeing things, and I'm proud of the team. Like, this is a good away performance. People really need to understand, like, even when we're Man United, we're at the best under Sir Alex Ferguson. We played games where we performed in a very professional manner, where we went away from home and we got a result. And that's what we did today at a place at Anfield that we haven't won in an extremely long time. That last time we went to Anfield, we got destroyed 7-0. You look at the team sheet that we put out, and the quality of players compared to the quality of players of Liverpool is not even compared. You can't even compare it. And I think the game plan, it worked, and we performed. I think there was outstanding performances today. Again, yes, do we still have the same issues in terms of the attacking sense of the game, where we just don't have, like, just the quality simply is not there? Absolutely. But to be honest, even though I believe Liverpool had good opportunities today, the opportunities were limited. Liverpool today just seemed like they were just shooting just to shoot today. We frustrated Liverpool today with, even though, like, you look at the stats, I think they had like some crazy, like 30 something shots or something like that. But I just, that's like, when you actually watch the game, a lot of the shots were just, they were just shooting because they were just frustrated because they just couldn't break down Man United. And I think the best opportunities they had was from set pieces. I think Cody Gakpo had an opportunity towards the end of the game that, you would think that, in this, if the player was in that situation, you will do better. I think Van Dijk had a header in the first half, and Ibrahim Konate had a header in the first half as well. But then that's it. Like, that we pretty much, like, the chances they had, the best chances they had was from set pieces, from open play. We nullified Liverpool. And shout out to Johnny Evans and Varane. Absolutely brilliant performance. Diego Dalot, what a performance. I know people will get on Anthony, but Anthony had an unbelievable performance as in terms of the defensive aspect of the game. The guy was unbelievable. The way that he's tracking back and making sure that Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't do much, today. So I think Mo Salah is a world-class player, so he will get opportunities. But that was one of his worst games, and I think we as a team we did a fantastic job. And I do disagree a bit with you about Amrabat. I thought Amrabat was good today. I think he was really, really good today. But I just feel like, again, it's the same issue. McTominay is an issue. Because McTominay is... I understand why the manager is picking him, but it's like he's like a double-edged sword, because even today, McTominay, even when the small opportunity we had, McTominay was involved in the final third, and it just seemed like McTominay, when it comes to the final third, things tends to make things happen. But for like 9% of the game, you have a situation where like Amrabat, I thought he had a fantastic game, him and Magno, but there's just so much they can do in midfield, you know. They just get stretched too much, and you know, you just, and there's how many opportunities, how many times I see literally McTominay losing the ball in midfield, just dumb losing the ball in midfield. But to be honest, I'm proud, and to be honest, if we had a little bit of luck today, you know, say we were on the lucky side today, Rasmus Højlund scores the goal, and Garnacho gets, you know, he was in, you know, and you know that was two great opportunities that, you know, you expect Garnacho. The fact that that ball from Mino was unbelievable. He got in behind it. You expect a player of Garnacho's quality to at least get a better shot off than he did, which is, I was disappointed with Garnacho with that opportunity. And Rasmus Højlund, like, yes, people can come to his defense about the lack of opportunities and lack of chance creation we have for him, but away to Anfield, when you're playing against a far superior team, a team that is on form, that is Anfield. We lost 7-0 last season too. They are in form. Everyone expected them to at least win by a couple of goals. When we do create a brilliant chance for our striker, I expect our strikers put the ball in the back of the net. Like, that's all I expect. So, to be honest, in another, literally a bit of fortune, we could have done we could have shot. This could have been even more shocking result. Even though it's still a shocking result, this could have even been a more shocking result. So, I mean, what more can be said? Like, at the end of the day,
speak about Varane. Yes, speak about Varane, who kind of cooked today, but has been marginalized. Speak about Varane.
You know, this is the type of performance that should kind of end any kind of type of dispute, disagreement, quarrel between Varane and Ten Hag. Like, you know, again, I tend to defend the managers a lot in every situation, but I do agree on every manager, irrespective of who they are, whether you're Sir Alex Ferguson, whether you're Erik Ten Hag, no one is above criticism. And the Varane situation just never sat right with me. And irrespective of what the situation is and what it is, you just, at this moment, just squash it and just move on from it. It's quite clear that Varane had an unbelievable performance today. And when a player performs the way he did today, irrespective of what you believe as a manager, you have to reward that performance. I mean, same, like, again, all I ask is for Erik Ten Hag just to, you know, for example, the whole Maguire situation. He wanted to sell Maguire. Maguire was at one point like the 5th choice center back, but he rewarded Maguire with good performances, and I expect him to reward Varane with this performance. I really do. I think Varane had 2 good performances in midweek against Bayern, and also I think he performed very well today. And that's the thing that you will get from Johnny Evans and Varane are just good defenders. Right? Forget about all this ball playing center backs and all that stuff and building off and back. What you're going to get from both these 2 players is the fundamental of basic defending. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get good defending, and that's what you saw today. And another player that I know he got sent off, but Diego Dalot, what a defensive performance today. Wow. I thought Diego Dalot was unbelievable. For a guy that I believe that is a defensive liability, today he was unbelievable. They couldn't. Diaz was so bad today that he was substituted. That's how bad it was. Diaz couldn't do anything. Like, they couldn't do anything on that side. Like, a lot of their attacks were coming from the right hand side with Mo Salah, but the left hand side, it was shut down. Like, Anthony and dalot works. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, Anthony, you can say whatever you want, 100 million, but those two, they give us a defensive solidity. They
Yeah.
play well together in terms of covering each other. They really do. And moving forward, there's positives that we have to take. And lastly, I'm going to talk about Kobe Manu. I have a different view on the whole Kobe Manu situation. I believe the manager is trying to quote unquote protect Manu and develop Manu. And I get it. I mean, Man United fans, we are starving for quality. We see an unbelievable talent, a talent that I'm excited about. Every United fan is excited about, but he's still a young player and he still needs to be handled with care. And I think that's what Ten Hag is trying to do, because the talent is there, the quality is there, but this notion of, oh, we have to start Mano every single game, I disagree with that. We need to develop the player. We need to protect the player.
Mhm.
We can't just toss Mano in the first team and expect him to play every single game. No, especially in the fact that he came back from a long injury. He was gone for 4 months. So we must protect our young players. We need to develop our young players, irrespective of how bad the situation is. Man United, we cannot allow to destroy a talent like Manu. So I for once, I agree with what Ten Hag is doing. Ten Hag is being very he is not. I think he's managing him well. I think he's managed. I think if one for what a lot of people said about Ten Hag's management this season and how bad it is, I think with the Manu situation, I think he's managing him very well. He's 18 years old. He needs to develop. You need to make sure the player is developing. I don't agree with this whole notion, oh, if you're old enough, you're good enough. Yes, that is true. But you
Okay.
also have to make sure that above everything, you protect the player.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
so yeah.
That's fair, Yassir. So I just want to get AD to speak. He's probably been waiting for a while. So but thanks for Yassir. AD buddy, what are your thoughts? You want me?
Yeah, I
Go
guess
on.
I'll give you guys from a neutral point of view. This was,
Mhm.
yeah, this was kind of a rough, tough game to watch. It wasn't really the great quality, but you got to give credit to United because a lot of people were writing United off a lot in this game, saying that Ten Hag will get sacked after this game. It's gonna be like 10-0, 5-0, 6-0, crazy score lines. And I even saw like Liverpool for me, like prior to this, like they haven't really been great since the international break. They haven't really been great. They've been scraping wins and getting these wins, and it's interesting because like when you expect something to happen, like something embarrassing to happen, usually doesn't happen. Football is a funny sport. It doesn't go the way it was expected. That's why we love football because it's adds unpredictability elements. So yeah, I think United from excellent. He just came back I think against Bayern, and before the Bayern game, I don't think he was playing a lot. I think he was bench. I don't know. I guess Ten Hag had a falling out, and I guess they fixed the relationship. So, and I feel like for me, he was good today. Onana also I thought was pretty good. He made a lot of good saves. Obviously, I know some you guys are probably still mad at Onana. I don't think you guys have quite forgiven him yet, but this is at least he showed up today, right?
No, fair enough. So and I think that's a balanced take. I mean, I'm not gonna lie that it wasn't the best football game to watch by any stretch of the imagination. It really wasn't. But at the end of the day, like you said, is that the expectation was that it was Liverpool that were going to come into this game being at home and they're going to baptize Manchester United. That is what everyone said. That's what everyone expected. That was what was going to happen. And the very fact that didn't happen is more on Liverpool than it is on Manchester United. And it's important that people remember Liverpool have won every single home game so far this season. They won their last 14, 15 games at Anfield. So
yeah,
if you're any team and you're thinking, right,
yeah,
I'm going to go to Liverpool, it's like Anfield. It's like clearly this is a team that most likely not wins games. That's what tends to happen. Oh, big up Yasser. Take care, man. Speak to you later, man. Take care, man. This is a team that usually 9 times out of 10 wins their games at home. So any team coming to Anfield getting a point, even the Cities, the Arsenal, etc., they're not going to leave Anfield being like, oh, I wish we had gone and beaten Liverpool, blah, 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 blah. No, they'll be like, well, you took a point from Liverpool. Fair play. So I don't know. Shout out to Van Dijk, but this is why I like this is why I like
Wow.
this Van Dijk just basically him and Klopp, and I mean, because Klopp was speaking before and it irked me a bit, and then Van Dijk starts speaking after the end of the game, and it's just like, sit down, guys. You know what I mean? Sit down, guys. Sit down. I think that
yeah, it doesn't matter, man. The result. You can't change it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you can talk, and it's also one of the annoying things that I hate, when it's just like, oh, we had all the possession and we tried this. Like, at the end of the day, the only result is like the result on the ball, who scored the goals. That's it. I'm sure even as a Barca fan, you know that this is the season where, like, it's like, oh yeah, we had possession, we had the shots. Like, yeah, okay, but did you win the game? No. So either fix, and to be frank, as I've said several times, Liverpool have been lucky this season. I don't think the IU card against Palace, for example, was a red card. I don't think he should have got a red card. I think it was the second year or something. It wasn't, and that turned the game, because they were losing and they ended up getting the dub.
Yeah,
even against I think it was Fulham, when they conceded 3 goals at Anfield. They got a bit lucky. They scored 4 fantastic goals, but like, it's not like they cut Fulham open. You know what I mean? So Liverpool have, in a lot of their games, they've been incredibly lucky. And at the end of the day, they came across an organized Manchester United side and a luck run out. And then they can't, if you're a Liverpool fan and you're moaning tonight, you cannot continue, because you're playing Arsenal next week. And I think that's, if I recall, I think that might be at the Emirates. I think.
No, I think it's at home for Liverpool.
No, it's at home.
Wait,
okay, yes.
I think it's at home.
Yeah. So, and the reality is that if you play like this against Arsenal, I think Arsenal will beat you. If you play like this against Arsenal going to beat Liverpool, man. They will, because at least Arsenal can actually pass, which United couldn't do today, and their attackers are considerably more
or way better,
deadly, and are way better than Arsenal. So we would just if you play like you played today, Arsenal will come, and then someone will come be talking about title race and stuff. So anyway, let's quickly do the player ratings, and then we'll be out of here. I mean, obviously you can do some MAD if you want, obviously from an objective point of view, and obviously then the chat, get involved in the player ratings. Let me know what you think. So Onana today, I will probably give. In fact, let me just put in a poll the man of the match. I always forget to do this. I'm going to put a poll. Who's your man of the match? 2 seconds.
Onana he was solid today.
So I'm pretty much going to put the defense in, plus Mainu. Varane, Mainu, Dalot, and then probably.
Would you say Amrabat?
He was okay. I don't think that. I'm not sure where the that he was like one of the best United players, especially in the first half. Personally, there we go. There's the poll in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the chat, guys.
Yeah. First half, it wasn't that great. Second half, I thought it was better.
Second half, it was better, but I think I was tarred by over the 90 minutes. I was tarred by, because his first half performance wasn't it for me. Van Disney outshone, but exactly. Big up Stephanie Griffith, man. Big up. Get those likes.
Varane was better than Van.
Varane was better than Van Dijk, man. So Onana, I'll give Onana a he did make 1 or 2 good key saves for us. So I'll give Onana a solid 7. I think I'll give a alternate. So I'll give Onana probably a 7 is fair.
Okay, I think that's fair.
What would you give Dalot before the red card, AD?
I think I was a harsh red, to be honest. I think I was really harsh. I don't really think that should have been a red, in my opinion. I think you guys should rescind that red.
Yeah, I think we should speak to it because I think it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, because I remember Nunes also. Remember Nunes also could have got red, potential red.
Bro, let's not. Like I said,
So I think my Wi-Fi's cutting out.
The amount of look, you're okay. The amount of times that that they could have easily been. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. What were your thoughts on what would you rate dalot? Sorry.
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. I thought he was really good defensively. Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, my Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on.
There's a lag.
Maybe I need to come back.
But anyway, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yeah, I would say probably maybe like maybe a 7. I would have given an 8, but obviously that red card you have to kind of like deduct points. Yeah. So I guess I'll give like a 7.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Evans. I'll give Evans a 7.5. I think Evans. At the end of the day, for what a lot of people thought, Johnny Evans did what he needed to do. They were surprised that he started. They didn't want him to start. But at the end of the day, if, as I said to Liam, a 35-year-old Johnny Evans pocketed Nunes, Salah, and Diaz. What does that say about Liverpool's situation? So there you go. So I'll give Evans a 7.5. What would you give Varane?
Yeah, I thought Varane was the best player for United, to be honest with you. I would give Varane maybe like an 8.5. 8.5. I thought he was excellent today. Amazing.
No, I don't disagree there. I do not disagree there. And then Shaw, I think Shaw solid again, solid game. And defensively, I think was okay. Yeah, I'll give Shaw 7. I think the defense overall, I think you got a rate as doing really well. So I give the defense top marks in that respect.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I think Shaw did like a tactical foul, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I
they got the yellow, so that was important.
What about so moving forward? Sorry. So Amrabat.
Yeah, Amrabat, I would say maybe like 6.5, maybe. The first half wasn't really that great, but the second half he improved. So I guess it balances each other out. So maybe 6.5, something like that.
Okay, no, fair enough. Moving forward, Manu for me. I'll give the same as Varane. I'll give Varane. I think Varane was the man match, but I'll give Manu an 8. Manu,
8 is fair.
He's for me. He's our most like Manu's probably the only midfielder so far on his team who is comfortable on the ball, who can pass the ball, who can dictate things. Like he's our best, aside from Pete Casemiro, he's our best holding midfielder. He's better than he's better than Fred in that role. He's better than McTominay in that role. He's better than Amrabat in the role for me. And I know he's being protected, but for me, he has to start more games, in my personal opinion. Especially against teams, and even teams that are like, because Liverpool have a physical team, so he's not even physical. He's not even being outmatched physically. You know what I mean? He's not. So for me, so especially because United have got tough games against West Ham and Villa, who are cooking right now, especially Villa.
Villa's been amazing.
Have a midfield that isn't going to be overrun, because West Ham and Villa, I think, and if I recall, I look at the fixtures, I think they're both away as well. No, I think West Ham is away, Villa's at home. But still, these are two teams that could easily cook us, and that we need to win if we're going to have any chance of securing top 5, which for me is United's goal this season. Beat West Ham and then somehow get a result against Villa at home, who are doing a madness right now. But if you're going to get a result, you're going to need someone like Kobe Mainoo, in my personal opinion, in that midfield, because we look. I'm not saying we're amazing, but we look better with him there. Even when we played Bayern with him there, we look better.
Yeah, why is
go on?
why is Ten Hag why is it taking all the way to the Bayern game to just like start him? Like why didn't he start after the
I
Everton
think
game?
it's injury. Injury is the main thing. He's just come back from injury.
Okay.
So that's
Oh, I see.
yeah, he was injured
Yeah.
for a while. So I understand that you need to manage him as well. But but you know, United are really, you know, missing. I mean, I can only imagine if Pogba was still at United and he was playing where a midfield of, you know, Mainu and Casemiro and Pogba, and suddenly you're thinking, geez, man, that could have easily been a United midfield at one point. And that's not it, unfortunately. So there you go. What would you rate McTominay?
I'm sorry, he might have been the worst player on the day.
He wasn't good.
Give maybe like a 4, maybe.
Yeah, he shouldn't play number 10 at all, to be honest. He really should.
I thought he could maybe do better as a number 10. Like, you know, he's
a
goal scoring guy.
But the thing is, but that's the thing. I specifically said second striker or striker, not number 10, because as a number 10, you have to be able to pass.
Yeah, passing is very important.
Yeah, it's very important, and McTominay can't do that. So he's got a good touch, he's got a good finish, he's got a good strike, but he can't pass. And there are many times in this game, with the exception of one, where the pass was on and McTominay lost the ball, couldn't find the pass, it just wasn't good enough. So yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, wait, before we move on, why isn't Ten Hag not try McTominay at striker?
I mean, I guess he's just wanting to see with Højlund. You know, see if Højlund works, Højlund. But yeah, you're right. Because right as it stands now, you know, I just feel like, you know, United I don't have a lot of striking options. It's Martial, it's potentially Rashford who's out, and it's incredible how United striking options are so dead. To go from having the likes of Cavani and Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic and even Lukaku to what we have now. It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible. Garnacho for me did struggle today.
There was a one chance at the end.
He also had that one chance, you know, which, you know, fair. I think it was a good tackle from Trent, to be fair. But
it's a really good tackle.
But you do think, you know, if Rash, some people say, you know, if Rash was there, you know, does he score? So who knows? But yeah, I'll give Garnacho a 6, I think. And what's your on Anthony?
I'm sorry, he was also not good today.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit better than McTominay, but not really.
Defensively, it was all right.
Defensively wasn't bad.
You know, and I give that to him. But yeah, this is the thing. It's like at some point, he's good defensively. Yes, I know he's good defensively, but I kind of need him to be good offensively as well and help him to play, which he's not doing. Højlund, I mean, Højlund he had that chance. You give him that, maybe he scores. But you know, again, lack of service. It's really not looking great for him in the league score-wise. You know, you hope. But it's just you need some confidence, and hopefully the FA Cup game, I think against Wigan, I think it is.
Yeah, Wigan Athletic
might do that. You know, maybe I don't know. You know, so but you know, it is what it is. But I'd give him probably about maybe give him a 5. Not his fault.
Yeah, average.
So, but you know, average performance. You know, it is what it is. So those are player ratings, guys. So I guess final thoughts going into it. At the end of the day,
what about substitutes and the manager?
Oh, the substitutes. Okay, yeah. I don't usually do them, but we can. Rashford came on, didn't really do much. I'll quickly list like 5. Pelestri same 5, and Mabry. Yeah, they didn't really do that much, to be honest.
Do you think Ten Hag got his tactics right today?
Away against Liverpool? Yeah. I'll give Ten Hag a 6.5 today. Just like not amazing, but at the end of the day, getting a point away at Anfield for me has always been a good result. Winning against Anfield is always a bonus to me, but Anfield has to be a fortress, you know. So getting a result like that for me is always a good, because, like I said, we don't usually get, even under Sir Alex, we don't usually get results at Anfield. Just because of the nature of the rivalry, the derby, etc. So to get this, I think Liverpool will be more upset about the result than Manchester United personally. But going forward, I think that you know, we have to improve. we have to build on this. And the game against, and if, like I said, if I let's have a look, have a quick look at the fixtures. United obviously looking at the table here. United is 7th. We just gone above West Ham, who we play next. A point behind Newcastle, but more importantly, we're 5 points behind Spurs, who are in 5th. And if we're going to qualify for that CL spot, you're going to need to close that gap. I don't know who Spurs are playing next. I think they're playing Everton at home, which is going to be a bit tough.
Everton's been amazing.
Everton are on some good form. Everton are definitely on some good form, man. Everton are climbing up. For a team that got a 10-point deduction, you know, imagine if they had 10 points. If you give them 10 points now, they'd be 10th. I think they'd be above Chelsea. Which
that looks bad on Chelsea.
It looks very bad on Chelsea, you know. So and I think who are Chelsea playing next? Please haven't got some hard they could get cooked. Well, they've got Newcastle in the cup, Wolves away. Wolves have been a bit crap, so maybe we'll get that one. I don't know.
Yeah, Wolves at home isn't that easy. So
yeah, it's not that easy. So, but we'll see what happens. United, obviously, United's next. It's West Ham away, and then Villa at home, and then you've got Nottingham Forest away. These are some tough games. Tough games to end the year. You've got Wigan away in the FA Cup, which is fine, but these are tough games, guys. Tough.
I think the Spurs game is at home. Spurs game is at home after the Wigan.
Yeah, Spurs game at home. Yeah, which we need to get something from Spurs at home, to be honest.
And I think the AFCON's gonna take place, so you're gonna miss some players.
Yes. So Onana, which is the keeper, is going, and Amrabat I think is going, and Mabry is going as well. So, but hopefully Casemiro will be back, which should help with our for our midfield. And then obviously the Turkish guy will come in and maybe be on the bench. But yeah, this is I don't know who. Do Spurs have anyone? Is Basuma?
Oh yeah, Basuma.
Yeah, Basuma might be leaving, I think. And also it's the Asian Cup as well.
Oh yeah, Son's also been missing.
Yeah, so Son's going. So maybe we might cook. Maybe we might cook. We might cook without Son and without Basuma. We might cook. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Anyway, these games are going to be tough. If we can somehow, some way, get a result against these teams, I think we can build further. But we'll see what happens, guys. Let me see any comments from the chat. No. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, We Unite X. Make sure you check out AD's channel as well. He's on YouTube as well. Posts lots of good football content, and he's a Barca fan as well. So go out and support him as well. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers. Peace out.